of us are starting to look at our personal finances the same way that we are looking at the U.S. economy. There's before the recession and after. Naturally, a lot of red flags have been raised about how to go forward. So what should we be doing now? Cassandra Toroian is the founder and CEO of Bell Rock Capital. She also happened to write this book, and I've got it here, and there is a chyron of it. It's called the Don't Buy the Bull book. It's dispelling disastrous investment advice and money myths in our new economy. I like the title, and there are a lot of myths that you are going to dispel for us here. I want to start with the first here, that all debt is bad. Myth?
That's definitely a myth. There's been a lot of wealth created over the centuries using debt, not the least of which is to go buy some real estate or a house. And I think just because we've had issues in real estate and in the economy and it's more difficult to get a loan, that doesn't mean you shouldn't be doing it if it's the right thing for you and your long-term financial health.
As long as you can afford it.
As long as you can afford it. And of course there's other good debt too, using it to get an education, using it to finance a business. Those are good forms of debt.
Okay, another myth that you're dispelling, mutual funds always make more sense than individual stocks?
Yeah, this is something that a lot of personal finance gurus will advocate, that we should all go out and use mutual funds. And I just don't think it's the right thing to tell people. There are lots of fees involved, and they're not very transparent. You can put together your own basket of either stocks or use some exchange-traded funds and get the same result, and do so in a transparent way where every day you can see what you own and you are more involved for yourself in your financial situation.
Right. Considering your financial situation, you're engaged, you're about to get married, we're in an economy not so hot. Never marry someone who insists on a prenup. You say that's a myth.
That's definitely a myth. I'm sorry, and maybe there are some religious people out there that would disagree with this, but we all work hard to get ahead in life, and you never know how circumstances may change in your future once you are married to somebody. And so it's very important to protect yourself and what you enter a marriage with. So I highly encourage people to have a prenup. It's not an easy discussion to have, but it's better to have it when you're in love than down the road when maybe things are a little ugly.
Yeah. All right. What about never lease a car?
Never lease a car. Well, we're always taught that that's just a bad thing to do. But for some people, especially for small business owners or entrepreneurs out there that have a series of businesses they may be involved with, it's a better tax play to actually lease a car from a write-off perspective than to actually buy the car. You're going to get a better tax treatment for yourself. So you have to look at what's best for your life, and nothing is one size fits all anymore in this new financial world we're living in. And I think people need to realize that.
Okay. Now this next one I find very interesting, because I myself got stuck in this adjustable rate mortgage that I locked into many years ago, and then the rates went up and my mortgage practically doubled. Now interest rates are so low that you can actually lock in at a great rate. But you're saying never borrow using an adjustable rate loan is a myth.
Yeah, you really have to look at, again, what is your life about? If you're somebody that may get bonuses from one year to the next, it may be better for you to use a loan product where you can pay down a loan faster. Maybe that means it's an adjustable rate loan. Maybe that means it's an interest-only loan that allows you to put one lump sum down and it adjusts your monthly payment once you've done that. So your cash flow from one month to the next might get better for yourself. So again, it really depends on what your life is all about.
Right.
And that's what I tell my clients is, you know, I can't sit here and tell you that this is not a good loan for you, because your life is different than somebody else's.
Okay, last one. We got to make it quick. Now is the time to buy low and hold for decades.
Yes, this is something people really need to be careful of. You can't buy and hold any stock for decades anymore. Not a good idea. If you make some money in a stock, take some money off the table. We're in a very volatile market, and it's going to stay that way for a while. Just don't do that.
Cassandra Toroian, thank you very much for talking to us. Greg.
Thanks for having me.
Good advice.
I
Pay
thought
attention
so.
to that.
I sure did.
The old adjustable rate mortgage scam.
I know, I did. Well, you know, because at the time it was so low. I was a new buyer. I was naive, and then, boy, wow, did it hit me a couple years later.
Can we bronze that comment over here? Okay.
Yeah, there was a time where I wasn't as intelligent as I am today, if you could possibly imagine that.
Let's bronze that one, too. They're one of the biggest in some time.